And now was another IP case in China, and the IP case of Microsoft company in China. Actually, Microsoft is an American multinational company that works in producing, licensing, and developing softwares and computer products. And it has an issue of IP in China that we are going to discuss. Slide, please. First, we will talk about Microsoft anti-piracy global strategy. For Microsoft, it has a strategy that consists of three main components, and it named it the 3E strategy. The 3E strategy stands for education, enforcement, and engineering. For education, this part Microsoft cares about, like spreading the word about what's IP, what's intellectual property between Microsoft and its customers, its business partners, and the government of the countries that it operates in. And also like how it's important to have original softwares and how it works for computers and better than fake softwares. The second thing is engineering. Engineering, that's like the team of Microsoft works on improving and developing softwares that are able to predict fake goods and also to protect the system from being hacked. And the third part is about enforcement, and enforcement is the work between, or the cooperation between Microsoft and the governments to issue IPR strict laws to penalize the criminals who use to fake the softwares and hack the system. For the next slide, we are going to talk about what are Microsoft problems in China. And from the problems, we can find that Microsoft suffers from the weak IPR system in China, and that led to the spread of fake software products in the Chinese markets. And that actually led to the loss of Microsoft to millions of dollars in revenues, and the product that is sold about $300 in the Western countries, it's sold by $3 in China, and that caused dramatic losses for Microsoft as a company. And another thing is that many, like the Chinese markets, are full of fake Microsoft products, and some Chinese companies, big companies, have their computers having fake Microsoft Office and stuff. And actually there have been many cases between Microsoft and Chinese big companies that ended up in Chinese courts. And for the positive thing is that the Chinese courts have handled it very seriously, and Microsoft have had many compensations for millions of dollars from those companies. And for example, the Shanghai Goom, which is a big electronic retailer, and Microsoft sues the company and it got compensation for the losses, and also many other companies such as Beijing Buy Now Computer Mall, when it was discovered that used fake Microsoft softwares, it was like sued, and the Chinese government had a judgment that they should compensate Microsoft company. And the slides that you are seeing now, that it's about like a table of the revenue, the compensations that Microsoft got from the companies that violated the IPR rules, and they got penalized by paying the compensation. And actually, Microsoft has its effort for like developing its IPR system in China. It's now used in holograms, and just like to guarantee that's a good, that's original. And also it has programs that can protect the fake goods. And it has lawsuits, which is like lawsuits against the companies or the criminals. And as I said before, Chinese government now is holding that very seriously, and penalizing the criminals or the companies that use fake like virgins. Also, it's now like developing awareness campaigns for like spreading awareness about what's IPR in China, and also like Microsoft had now an agreement with the Chinese computer company Lenovo to have like original Microsoft copies with the computers itself, and that was about Microsoft.